And this year is extra special for golf fans in South Carolina. Myrtle Beach will host its first ever PGA Tour event, the Myrtle Beach Classic, and that's going to come up in May.
With all these golf courses, how is this the first ever? We're going to find out. Director of South Carolina Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, Dwayne Parrish, joins us now to talk about what makes the state's golf courses so great. Dwayne, thank you so much for joining us. Why should golfers come to South Carolina? We'll start with that.
Good morning. Well, weather is one reason, but the wonderful courses we have, as you pointed out, over 350 fantastic courses. You know, we have courses that you can actually play along the coast in the morning and during the summer, wind up in the, in 3,000 foot of elevation in the afternoon in the mountains and play the same day.
Yeah.
It is remarkable. You know, I've played a lot of golf along the Florida coastline, and I love the changing conditions that being along the coast brings you. You can get the calm conditions in the morning. You get the sea breeze in the afternoon. You have to battle some of the elements with the thunderstorms in the day. Not a good thing to be on the golf course, but it changes the whole dynamic with when you're playing, and I love that aspect of it. But I have a question about some of the more popular golf courses across the state. What makes them so special?
Well, we have some very well-known ones like Kiowa, where we've hosted major championships there, like the PGA Championship and the Ryder Cup. We have places like Sea Pines, Harbortown, which every year hosts the RBC Heritage presented by Boeing. We have now, as you pointed out, upcoming in May, our first PGA tournament in Myrtle Beach, and that is the Myrtle Beach Classic coming up to the Dunes Club. Again, right along the ocean, just phenomenal places along the coast. But then we have places in the Midlands, the middle part of the state. And then a little cooler temperatures up in the mountains. You can play courses with elevation that can really make your heart rate as you go up and down the sides of the mountain, too.
Yeah, no, for sure. The first PGA Tour event in Myrtle Beach, we were surprised about that. Although it's, once you think about it, like South Carolina is a big state. You have a lot of golf courses spread out. Can you tell us a little bit more about that event, though, taking place in Myrtle Beach?
Sure. The Myrtle Beach Classic, it's the only new event this year on the PGA Tour. And it comes at a time when, golf has come out of COVID and been very, very popular. We had a record year for golf in South Carolina. We hosted the PGA Championship at Kiowa in 2021. And again, a time when people were seeking outdoor recreation and golf was sort of coming back from the mid 90s. Had come back in that time period where golf has taken off, and the PGA Championship sort of highlighted South Carolina, Kiowa, and the Charleston coast. But the Myrtle Beach Classic is a wonderful event for us this year. There's nearly 100 courses along the Grand Strand of Myrtle Beach, always called the golf capital, quite frankly, of the world in many cases because of the number of courses and the different levels of play that you can have along there. And it's a great time to show it off now on national television.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, talking about the different varieties of courses, the coastal themes that go the inland, upstate, you get some of the hillier courses, very different conditions. Now, golf courses in general may be sort of the best thing about South Carolina, but what other things do you think deserve honorable mention?
Well, yeah, I mentioned beaches and golf. We're known for those things. We have some of those wonderful beaches along the coast of South Carolina, the upper half of the coast being the Grand Strand, as I mentioned, in Myrtle Beach, the lower half, Charleston, Hilton Head, wonderful places with Barrier Islands and the low country we call of South Carolina. And in the upstate, you have the base or the foot of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and you have elevation changes in golf. And there really is a variety of golf courses in a small state there in a compact area. Other things, so many things to see and do. Our culinary scene around the state. We have our Chef Ambassador program. We have culinary chefs from the James Beard Institute at restaurants all around the state, known for unique food like boiled peanuts, shrimp and grits, pimento cheese, things that are somewhat regional and local to our state in some respects. But the history of Charleston, the wonderful shopping and wonderful things of Hilton Head and Myrtle Beach, and everything in between from the mountains to the coast.
Yeah, a lot of appreciation for everything that South Carolina offers. Dwayne Parrish, Director for South Carolina Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, thank you so much for joining us.